Okay. So last time you guys had opened up by speaking to Morley about ley lines and nexuses, nexuses. Anyways, he agreed he'd map out a few areas on the map with the correct. Well, he'll just map some useful intersections that you could use for your potential ritual sites. You guys create a flesh cube for experimentation, with the key point being it not being sentient. You guys also had prior to your excursions had placed out feelers to get some much needed potions and materials, which you guys bought. Um, there was a letter sent to the Church of Ioun with seals and signatures asking to borrow the Book of Ioun for your use. Melanie went to a local tanner and got a wolf cloak. The Exalted had stopped by like they said they would a couple of days later. You checked them out for Sis and spoke about pretty much ideas you had on the whole like old one situation. Latin did say that she could perhaps work on the illusion of emotions from a mass amount of people idea, so she might be working on that right now. And that is really all that really happened. What would you guys like to do? I know you guys had thought about getting more relics. You
We had
also
floated the idea of getting that armor too, the whatever armor.
the Golden Shadow. Yep.
You did. Yeah, we were talking about possibly doing the armor. You know?
Doing a resource gather run, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that. It's up to you guys where you want to go. If there was any particular relic you wanted to check out, if you wanted to go for the armor, if you had another idea, just let me know.
Aoife's just gonna raid the kitchen, get a bunch of snacks, and then just kind of exist in that room with the flesh cube to do experiments and take notes on it.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm so glad that Shattuck isn't here to meet the flesh cube.
Oh my god.
Knowing Shattuck being like a demigod or whatever, she would breathe life into it.
I do not doubt it.
And
it would grow teeth.
Race. You'd have a whole new race. And they'd basically be fleshy Modrons.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. So for those of us that already have relics, none of us can wield more than one relic at a time, I'm guessing. Is that the case?
You're not sure?
Sure you could,
because
as long as your relics didn't hate each other.
Right. Well, I mean, if relics can power this thing, then more relics isn't a bad idea. We do have the feeler out to the Church of Ioun. Or were there any others that we knew a fairly definite location for? I can't remember locations on.
I think it was Melora's that we knew.
You knew Melora's. Pip could get you access to that one. The Bahamut one's currently being wielded by the leader of the Platinum Covenant. Arathis is in Algor. But you're not sure where, if I recall. I'm trying to remember if there are any others that you know of offhand besides the other
So
ones.
Melora's.
According to my notes, Arathis is wielded by the King of Algor.
Yes.
And Darren, I had sent you a message before.
Yep, I remember.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I got any information out of them, so.
Do we know the names of other relics? Because if we need to, we could probably have Nenrine burn a few legend lore spell slots to see if we can't find a current location on them if we have names.
The problem with that is sometimes they will change throughout history.
That's true.
Poor dog.
He was very mistreated, as you can tell.
Yes. How dare you, withhold attention and snacks.
Such a drama queen.
What do we know about the Relic of Melora?
I don't know if you do know anything about the Relic of Melora because you never really asked.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did?
Zaitari did. Zaitari stayed up and talked with that woman.
Right, okay. The Relic of Melora, when Lek had wielded it, was a necklace at the time.
And what did it do?
Because Lek was a cleric, it enhanced her clerical abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But it also provided her with an additional amount of strength at certain times. When you asked Pip to elaborate, she was a little uncomfortable in telling you more at the time.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have pressed.
Yeah.
So.
But that one, she thought you might not be ready to go on an extraplanar trip for that yet. At that time.
At the time, yeah.
If Lyris is still around, we can always ask Lyris if they know of any other relics or powers of relic level power.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely have also asked Lyris.
Yeah, he's on call pretty much for
yeah,
you guys.
He pretty much is. Yeah.
He'll tell you he's not of your plane, so he doesn't really know of any relics. And relics, he didn't recall if they had them. I mean, he doesn't have one himself. He's considered like minor deity level from the gist of what you get from him.
Yeah.
He doesn't think there were anything like that when his seniors had created at the time.
And we know that the Grandmasters of Inculta have powerful artifacts, but not necessarily relics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's only been like 4 days.
Yeah.
So like you haven't heard from the Guardians quite yet.
No.
And I also didn't get anything out of Necklace Dad. If I consulted him about any other relics he would know of for Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen, according to him, only has one relic.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense. She is, I think, like the newest, but you know.
Yeah.
If I ask my sword, does my sword know about any other cord relics?
He's the only one.
That's fair.
Poke Rain. Hey, ask you belt.
Are you muted?
AK's dead.
The dog.
Yeah, I'll ask the teenager if they're unique and special, or if there are others like them. Because you know how teenagers are.
Oh, she's the only one.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We're all talking to your accessories, and Aoife's in another room just punching a cube and watching what happens. And then taking notes.
Go ahead and are you actually just punching a cube and seeing what happens?
I'm trying to stun it to see if its key is accessible. Because if I can access its key, I might be able to manipulate it further.
How does stunning something else make your key accessible? Oh, or are you just stunning it and just seeing if there's some way
if it can be stunned, since it's a weird amorphous entity like the old ones are. So if I can stun it, because stunning it is manipulating their key, like hitting their key just right to stun them.
Right.
So if I can stun the cube, then I can manipulate their key, and then I can take that further.
has the capability of being stunned. That I will tell you that.
Run a few tests, make sure it gets stunned thoroughly, and then start trying to make it manifest its key in a way that I can grab it.
I really just assumed that your stunning strike was just hitting him in the back of the head.
It's a cube, it doesn't have a head.
I think she meant when you hit people.
I didn't realize that it was a key thing, that you were manipulating their key to stun them. I thought you were just hitting them really hard in the fucking head.
Yeah,
So.
it's using my key to connect to theirs to stun them.
No, that'd be a concussion.
Yeah, that'd be the Mel approach to stunning.
I mean, I wasn't sure that D&D made a differentiation between concussive and just stunned, so.
Oh yeah, all those people that Aoife's been fighting with, they exhibit symptoms of CTE now.
Yeah, it's just like, you know how Batman doesn't
When they're
kill
still
anybody, he
alive.
just gives them concussions.
Yeah,
So.
there's a new lawyer in town. Have you or a loved one been punched in the head by a monk? You may be entitled to compensation.
They just fill that hall of the hospice hall. Victims
just-
of
Have you been tackled randomly while buying potions? You might be entitled to compensation.
D&D, the lawyer class. That actually would be a very good business.
That's too OP.
That'd be a really good bard subclass.
That's
I was going to say,
true.
that should be a bard
That's
college.
a bard. Yeah, you're right. That is a bard school. School of lawyer.
No. That could very much be a warlock subclass too.
I'm trying to think if there's something that we can use, like a spell we can use or something that might help us locate more relics.
Yeah, I mean, if, what's it called?
Well, there's is it contact other plane?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
Nenrine could probably do, like, a commune and stuff, right?
Immune, contact other plane, divination. Divination not so great, but contact other plane and commune for sure.
Yeah, I think those would be valid routes to try out. I could, you know what? I will also spend a little bit meditating, trying to contact Nick Nevin, my patron, to see if she's aware of anything.
Interesting. Okay.
Contact other plane is a warlock wizard spell, and then commune is a cleric. So Nenrine can commune. He can't do contact other plane. I don't think he can.
So when you meditate, Zaitari, is it basically being like, "Hey, it's me, Zaitari, long time no speak, dealing with old one, world-ending things. Happen to know any relics around?"
I mean, kinda,
Yeah.
but it would definitely be more formal, kind of, you know, because we've been fucking busy as shit. So,
let's
you know, obviously, and we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, if this meditation lasts for a while, she will tell you what's just been going on in the Feywild. There has been, you know, a restructuring of power since you've been gone.
Oh yeah, I'm very curious.
Yeah.
About that. What's happening?
So since the Queen of Air and Darkness is gone, so your friend has taken up that position, that has filled that power void.
Who was the friend?
The tree dragon. Who's
that's right. Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a long time. Elena, who was the former leader of the treasure hunters, cell leader of the treasure hunters in Gadarn, I believe, who is also there, is kind of like his first in command now. So she's been like delegated some responsibilities.
Yep, I remember this now.
Yep. So that's been going pretty good. Nobody's been touching Nick Nevin's mountain though, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
There is a small population of sentient giant bovine. They're becoming a slight problem.
Oh no.
They need to. They're being relocated into like another section of the Feywild, so they have a little more room to roam around because they've been stepping on a lot of homes of denizens of the area.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the connection with the massive creatures that we had awakened and their offspring, considering that we now have a wizard tower full of wingless Tressums.
Yeah, that it's been a small issue, not too big of an issue, but a small issue relatively speaking.
Yeah.
There have been a couple strange things she's noticed now that you're just catching up with her. It's beginning increasingly harder for individuals who often travel between the planes to get to the material plane, to the Feywild, and she's getting reports of other individuals from like other different planes who often travel, like to have access to spells and whatnot, to get to different planes, especially coming from the material plane.
Interesting.
Like
the spells are just failing, or like they're getting interrupted?
They're getting interrupted. They're not getting. It seems like, and she's been noticing this too. Like, so if you think of like any teleportation magic, any like extra dimensional magic as like threads, and you think of the spell being the needle, so the needle goes through the dimension into the other. That thread is not as strong as it used to be, so it was like severing in the middle. Like, it's not like just being cut. It seems like the middle part of the thread is like greatly weakened, and then it just snaps. So sometimes spells don't take hold.
Interesting. That's concerning. But it seems to be mostly affecting interplanar.
Interplanar, especially that with the material plane. So your plane.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Considering all the bullshit, so
yeah, she doesn't know about that. As for relics, she doesn't know if they are. She can probably point you in the direction of some powerful magic items that might be relics.
Okay. I mean, we can always investigate more.
Yeah. So she'll give you a list of those, and I'll send you a list of them.
Rad.
Of potential relics. I'll put in quotes. Because she says they sound like they could be, these relics that similar to what you have.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll describe mine and the others that we have and have also come in contact with, things of a very powerful nature, typically tied to some kind of deity, and have been known to shift their form with different wielders over time.
Yeah, and anything anyone looks up, Rain could look into what's the what are thieves in the underworld looking at stealing, because those things are likely to also catch the attention of unscrupulous people. Want them for themselves.
All right, so I will send you a list of what she's got. It's kind of a longer list of stuff that she has spoke to her own coven about. And because most of her coven comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
She's trying to think if there's anything else that's been going on. Let's see. Giant sentient bovines, shift of power, potential interruption of
I don't know
interplanar travel.
I mean, I'll ask, but I don't know if there's any chromatic dragons that are not chromatic. Sorry, metallic dragons that are on the Fey plane.
Not that she knows
Tell
of.
them to be careful. let her know about the, you know.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah. Sorry, words are hard.
It shows like that's very concerning. She only knows of chromatic dragons in the air. Well, there was that one, but your friend got rid of her a whiles back.
Yeah.
She doesn't know any like specific. There might be a few metallics running around, but if there are, they haven't really made their presence known.
Okay.
But yeah, she'll keep an ear out if anything, like if somebody happens to stumble upon a dragon that's been turned to stone.
Yeah. And also, like, if there happens to be anybody in her coven, you know. I doubt it, but who knows?
Duly noted. She does say, good luck with your new goal. It sounds like you're going to need a lot of help. How do you, once you have these entities, how are you going to make them hold still long enough to do this ritual?
We have not gotten that far yet.
Okay.
We've been consulting with a few other powerful individuals along our, I guess, peers, fellow adventurers, stuff like that. We've thought of a way to lure them, but not necessarily how to make them stay still.
I see. Okay.
It's a bit of a complicated task considering that, well, the one of them we don't really know how big it is. The other one we know is fucking huge. So.
And did you talk to her about like what you found so far with with Crassus?
I don't see why not.
All right.
I would have like pretty much filled her in on everything.
Okay.
So.
The ritual of binding, she says.
Yeah, the ritual of binding. I probably would have also spilled a little bit of the tea about Pelor, some juicy gossip that he might have used to have been an old one, and also the key project that we're working on.
The ritual. When you say the ritual of binding, she says that's a ritual I haven't heard in a long time.
Ew, do tell.
Oh. So hold on. Where's ritual demurrage.
I imagine that we're just sitting around a fire inside her big mountain.
Oh yeah.
Drinking some tea and catching up.
In Korkar, the banishing the binding outside of people's lands. Apparently that kind of magic is kind of like a higher type of magic that's only used by very powerful archmages and the like. And there is like a complete subset of spells that fall within, which include here, I'll just type out the names.
Are we doing the level 9 spells again? No.
There we go. So those are the other 3 she mentions.
Where are you? Oh, you're.
Yeah, I'm typing it right now. The one that you mentioned to her is in the elven tongue known as...
Oh, interesting.
And they are all very powerful magics that require usually the life force of the casters who cast them.
Yeah,
Typically,
and I'll share. We found this Croesus's book. It was doing lots of experiments using the relics to fuel the spells, etc., etc. So,
yeah. The ritual of binding she has mentioned is one that has been used to pretty much imprison anything of like a lesser planar creature to that of a god. Tiamat and Therazin are the ones that were listed in Cress's spell book. The other spells she mentioned, Arnteloar is the like storm erosion is the ability to weather away an entire city.
oh Jesus.
Anything in unnatural states for living in non-living matter and restore them to their most natural state. So that was one of the so pretty much if you got a building, it turns the brick back into clay, it turns the wood back into wood that you find.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But then for the last one, Yol Salu Kirith, the Sundering, that one is... that one's the strongest of them. At the War with the Weave, and is only used at last result.
That is an ice cream maker. It's not for dogs. What are you doing?
Well, it looks like somebody found ice cream.
It's an ice cream maker. It doesn't have ice cream in it.
Maybe it's...
I mean, not right now.
It's cool, and they like that.
Yeah.
It hasn't been in our freezer for like 3 years. It's definitely room temperature.
Oh.
She's just a shit.
Never mind then. I was about to say if
She's
it's...
trying to will it into existence.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
She just really surprised me by sticking her whole head in it.
The Sundering is pretty much causes massive earthquakes around the world, storms, that kind of things, like ultimate natural disaster shit all at once. Last time it was used to separate a landmass away from a larger landmass, kind of like the breaking up of Pangea in our sense of the world. Yes. But yeah, she had not heard of it being used in the way Crassus used it, the ritual of binding, as in the ability not to use humanoid lives to fuel and cast a spell. So that it for that, she applauds his ingenuity. But if he's a bloodstone now, he must have not been that wise.
Yeah, no. Oh, what is it?
I mean, smart and wise they can be mutually exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, he tried to take over Ioun's godhood, and she was not having it. So she turned him into a sentient bleeding rock for all of eternity.
Yeah, gods tend to be very wrathful once they find out you try to murder them.
Oh, yes. I can only imagine.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, what happened to him. But yeah, it's very powerful magic you're dealing with, and I hope that the ritual of binding does work for you. If I think of anything to help you, I'll let you know. I'll do a little bit of research on my own as well. Because it sounds
Thank you.
like if you're playing, well, if your material plane goes down, the adjacent ones will as well.
Oh yes, no, it would spell doom to, I think, the entire, planar cosmos as we know it.
So if I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Right,
Okay.
well, that was a good chat. Worthwhile to have. I'll share the information that I got out of her,
Sounds good. That is a very horrifying unicorn mask. All right. Anyways, saw a picture. Don't want to. Anyways, anybody doing is anybody doing anything else while Zaitari is meditating?
This is just over a time frame of like what, a day or two?
Yeah, we'll say that.
Nothing in particular. Rain's probably just helping out with the garden and stuff, feeling a little lost without her daughter around,
Oh.
Oh, how quickly we have grown attached. How cute.
I mean, I'm gonna keep the demigod shark goddess daughter on my side, guys. I don't know about you, but it's a good thing to have in your pocket.
Did you guys want
Alright.
to go? Oh, yes.
I was just gonna ask what's going on right now.
Zaitari was communicating with Nick Nevin about what's been going on in her neck of the woods.
Is this during the 3 days that we had of downtime?
This is yeah. Well, not the 3 days. This is after you met with the Exalted.
Yes.
Okay. Right. All right. And what are we doing? Are we still downtiming?
Yeah. I mean, what are you guys doing? That was my question to you.
Fair enough.
So, I'd like to see if we can get information on either that armor or the Relic of Melora, because Melora, I think, is one of the few relics that we know about in at least a vague way, and we know it isn't being currently used, if I'm understanding properly. The rest of them we'd have to acquire from a person, which is going to be more difficult.
Mm-hmm. The head of the orphanage, Matron Pip, over in Wingfall on the western side of Leona, did tell Zaitari about the relic, and whenever you guys became strong enough to go after it, she seemed pretty open. The suit of Golden Shadow is apparently Kismet. It used to be his.
Do we have any idea on where it could be from, the text of that journal or any other historical clues we could find?
I don't know, Rain. Do you have any idea where the suit of Golden Shadow could be?
Sure. We're talking about the map. It was the set of islands off of south West Robur, the longest one, the southern tip,
Yep.
as I recall.
Yep. If you see the Idashio Islands, that very long line-looking island, there's a big old circle at the end of that.
Maybe while Rain's moping around, she can research those islands and that location. What's there currently, historically, so on and so forth.
Historically, there have been marine iguanas, giant tortoises, over 20 species of finches.
It's the Galapagos.
Excellent. So lots of turtle soup to be had, guys. There's no way that could end poorly.
Nope.
Lots of...
No major towns or villages in that area.
Okay. Any... So, like, no civilizations. It's just like you said, sometimes pirates or sailors would use it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But nothing permanent. Okay, should be fine. Easy in and out, no problem.
I mean, we don't have any other Ioun leads right now, so I don't think it would be bad to, get something like that. Shore up, the resources we have.
And Kismet had no idea how it got there, as I recall.
No, when he had it, it was a very long time ago. He's never been to that part of the world, so it must.
Somebody probably found it.
Yeah, that's his guess. Somebody probably found it, used it, ended up there at some point. If he says if it's frequented by like pirates, that probably is how it got there. He's guessing.
Oh yeah. Oh. You that makes it good. And so yeah, Rain will put it that we should go check it out. Anyone who wants to come can come. But easy and out, quick, 30-minute adventure.
We won't definitely come back screaming and crying.
And what we could do is, while we're doing that, we could try to get more information on the Relic of Melora, and gear up to do that next. I mean, we've got to kind of get some. I mean, what are we waiting on to do the whole? Like, we're needing to bide our time a little bit while we get like stuff in place to actually do the thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're waiting to hear back from the Guardians. They're not sure exactly how long it's going to take to convince their leaders to let you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting to hear back from
Oh,
them.
yeah,
We're waiting on
that's
the
right.
Exalted to do their scouting.
Yeah, Exalted has
That
to do their
too.
scouting. Guardians, you're waiting for them to get back to you about permission to enter their lands.
Yep,
You're
and
The
waiting.
Exalted's also trying to, make rocks feel things.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Also,
As per your instructions, Melanie.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we should go after some resources while we've got some time then.
you said okay. It took me a minute for you to hear resources. I thought you said racehorses. And I'm just
I mean,
what?
Racehorses can be a resource.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like, why do you need horses?
Racehorses, no less. Not just regular horses. They gotta go fast.
So you guys want to go to the Igashio Islands?
Yes.
Yeah. About that. All right.
About that?
Yeah, about that. Aoife's staying back from what I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the only one who can do key stuff, so she's got to figure this out on her own.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sounds fair.
You should just bring the box with her. It's portable.
She's also got to be here in case the Ioun's book shows up, so she can hopefully get information out of that.
Okay.
And she's staying behind if anybody else shows up.
Okay.
Let Hemlock bring in their temporary characters, guys. Come on.
No.
We don't like new people.
We don't have anyone else working on actually developing the whole how to separate key from the magical essence thing. It's
No,
just
you're-
Aoife.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You mentioned it last time, so.
Okay. The treasure hunters do like have a variety of people on call if you need an extra pair of hands. Would you like to utilize that resource?
Who? Sorry?
Treasure hunters.
Oh, yeah, of course. Who are we getting?
Sorry.
Who are we getting?
Give me a moment. Yeah, Hemlock, who are they getting? As they are summoned by fuck, who's the leader of the treasure hunters in Valido again? One hand.
I was gonna say, it ain't Tegan anymore.
No.
No,
So-
not in. It's never been Tegan in Toledo.
Yeah.
Oh, in Toledo, yeah, that's right.
They're getting an extra set of hands and an extra set of hooves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Warden,
boy. Are we
Warden.
getting a centaur?
We are Warden Edric from the Feywild, a centaur paladin.
Let's go!
His aid.
That's why you meant a horse for the party.
He's a horse.
Nice.
He's a horse with a potentially revolting AC.
Oh
says-
no.
As
He's a
in
like
really
your
low or really high?
As in could be 31.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I
He's a-
already took
Ooh.
a quick peek at him.
Yeah, it's kind of like how my my AC I think can cap out at let's see.
You are revolting children living in revolting time.
He's also a
Sing.
horse.
Revolting songs?
So if I rolled a
Revolting.
12 on defensive flourish, I could get up to 35. And then
Nice.
if I added shield on top of that, my AC would be 40. So,
That's pretty crazy.
yeah.
So, what have you?
Oh,
I have a
fuzzy foots.
very fuzzy foots. Have you told the treasure hunters anything about what's been going on? Especially since one of their members turned out to
We've
be
been
an ogre.
we've been too fucking busy. Also, we don't know who we can trust in the treasure hunters.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
Alexandria and
There's
Angelo
a
took
lot
care
of
of some
them.
of that.
Yeah, like
yeah,
Angelo
I think,
could have told whoever he wants to. So,
Yeah, okay. So Angelo probably has let somebody know. So he's probably your contact from now on between
yeah, I
the
was about to
treasure
say, I don't
hunters.
think we would have done it personally, but I think we would have, what's the word I'm looking for?
Delegated.
Delegated. That is the word I'm looking for. Delegated that. Thank you.
All right.
Come on.
So yeah, Angela will say, "Okay, let me find somebody that can go with you guys on this trip." Then, so he'll go into the binder of mercenaries.
Sure. Are they all women? It's always the right time to make a laughing at Mitt Romney. How dare he joke?
yeah, I mean,
Binders
Mitt
are
Romney's a coward.
Yeah, he's an asshole,
Mhm.
flip flopping
Well,
piece of. Anyways,
That's stupid.
What'd you say, KK?
I said the funny is probably one of the better things you said / done, but it just sounds stupid, you know?
Mhm.
But yeah, he will try to find somebody who is available, and meets your criteria of what you need in a party member, aka
What is it that we need in a party member?
somebody who could keep up with you fucking guys.
That's true.
On brain cell.
Possession of multiple brain cells, somebody who can keep up with you guys, and somebody.
We don't want to get too ambitious. I don't know about multiple brain cells.
And somebody who could take a fucking beating. Because you guys get into a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
This is all
and-
true.
So yeah, Angelo thinks he has a candidate for you guys, and he will send them to the keep just to make sure you guys, have you guys gel well, you guys have chemistry, that kind of thing. Because he's not. I mean, you guys have to act like the person before you. Well, not like, but like get along with the person before you go out on your excursion. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
I'm a horse.
I know!
Yeah.
It's funny.
Plus, you're a paladin. Paladins and
Draft
dumping
books.
decks. Paladins and dumping decks go
It's a
together.
time-old tradition.
It is. It's like chocolate and peanut butter.
Okay.
They go hand in hand.
So we will say on day 5, Chambers tells you that there is somebody from the treasure hunters that says they were sent by Angelo to be your compatriot for your journey to the Idacial Islands. And they will Edric, do you want to wait in the courtyard? Would you like to go inside?
I'll wait outside until I'm invited in.
Okay. They are outside the
vampire.
courtyard waiting for you guys. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
So, Melanie, are you gonna examine this horse for any hidden gnomes inside?
Yeah. Yeah, check inside the butthole. You never
You're gonna
know,
have
man.
to do that on your own.
The thing is, I wasn't even wrong. That lady was being super sus. I was just looking in the wrong butthole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all been there.
We've all been looking in the wrong butthole.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We were talking about buttholes. I'm
No,
not
leave
joking.
that- you
I
can
mean,
let-
I'm not
you can let her just-
surprised.
We were
On brand.
specifically talking about looking in the wrong buttholes.
That
Yeah,
is true.
That is true.
Like,
It's
But
a
that's
very,
what I said.
it's
Just
a,
look.
like, a very, very important distinction.
like accidental buttholes, like you're looking at your cat's butthole.
No. Like when so when that woman came and she gave Mel the horse for Shattuck, Mel looked and made sure there weren't any quote gnomes hiding in its butthole. But what she should have done was look in that woman's butthole because she was evil. And
Aren't you
can guess
glad you got
if you
all
look
the
in somebody's
context?
butthole, right?
See, I don't know if looking at that woman's butthole would have helped.
There's not like a hard and fast rule in 5e that like all evil people have hemorrhoids or something.
No.
I was thinking it was like a little like there's like a color coding. Like the more evil you are, the closer to like a maroon bright red butthole you have or something. I don't know.
Now you're stereotyping buttholes.
I guess. I don't look at a lot of buttholes. I don't know what the average color is. So I got very little butthole data. It's not my thing.
See, as somebody who's given mice many, many, many pap smears.
That's not a butthole though.
Yeah,
When
but
you would be
it's close
adjacent to a
enough
butthole.
to
It's
the other
close
hole.
enough.
Very adjacent. Very adjacent. I'll give you that, yeah.
It's right
Also, it's a
fucking
mouth,
there.
so that's right there.
I'm thinking about starting a Dungeons and Dragon group locally, and I don't think we're going to be having these conversations somehow.
Are you
You don't-
sure?
You don't know that at all.
Look, all I've got to do to make sure you have those conversations is move to California.
Well,
Listen,
10-year-old and a 50-year-old in it, so hopefully we won't be talking about too many buttholes.
I
But,
mean, with my other group, I
They're all
talked
men.
about like duck penises and pterodactyl porn.
See? Maybe it's there too.
Maybe it's just me and you.
It's definitely partly me. I'll take blame for part of it. I did create a type of character in my Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign that I think, like, I don't know if they jokingly said that it like scarred somebody or if it actually scarred them. So
Anyway, Sir Melanie, Chambers says,
Yes.
excuse me, Sir Melanie, there's an individual from the treasure hunters in the courtyard to see you. They said,
marvelous.
they said Angelo sent them.
Oh, perfect. We were expecting somebody. Why don't I'll go get everybody else. If you want to show them into the sitting room and see if maybe we have some sort of little snack or something that we can serve.
You know, some hay, because we don't know. Snow.
She looks a little.
I'm assuming we do not know this person's race.
Oh no,
right?
No,
You
you
just know
don't.
their name, right?
Yeah, just a warden Edric is here to see you. Yes, right away. In her head's like, maybe I should bring him to the dining room. Chambers will go out and say, excuse me, sir. I am to lead you to the sitting room. If you just follow me, please. And she'll throw open, like, both of the double doors open for you to be a little more comfortable.
A gracious bow. And clip-clop my way through the hallway.
Yep.
Clip-clop.
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 We'll
Clip-clop and jangling.
I'm gonna come from around the corner
So
right
noisy.
as what's your character's name again, Hemlock?
Warden Edric.
Warden Edric like walks around the corner, and I'm just gonna say over the brooch to everybody, is there a horse in the did someone
Look, I don't think there's a horse in the keep because Shattuck isn't here right now, and that's the only person I know who'd bring a horse in the keep. Let's be honest.
I
Well,
take a pony into the keep at some point.
The exact same time.
Talking a little bit to get through the doorways.
Noticed by now.
I'm gonna like follow the noise and say like I swear there's definitely
Chambers will say, is there any particular beverage that you prefer, sir?
Wine would be lovely.
Red
Thank
or
you.
white?
A red.
Of course.
Thank you.
If you just wait here, I will go fetch it. They will, Sir Melanie and her party will be here momentarily. And
Wonderful. Thank you for your hospitality.
She'll go and, goes to the kitchen and get some wine while you... I guess it sounds like Zaitari's rolling up first because...
Yes, as Chambers walks out of the door, like out of the dining room, I'll run into her and say, "Oh, Chambers, do you know if there's a pony walking around the keep?"
Chambers is going to, like, clear her throat and says, "No, there is no pony or horse in the keep. Your guest is your guest is over there."
Okay.
There's a small smile on her face, just like, just gesturing, but no horses.
Okay. All right. I'll nod and say, "All right." And then I step into the room and I'll be like, but I'm not going to say anything to
Okay. And of course, Warren, you see a tiefling enter the establishment.
I was looking at art on the wall and hear someone enter, turn and give another polite bow.
I will give a gracious curtsy in response and say, "Oh, hello. Are you the help from the treasure hunters?"
Yeah, I am Warden Edric of the Wilds.
I'll walk up to you and kind of like extend my hand to shake yours and say, "Zaitari Esteban, one of the heroes of Leona. I'm sure you've heard."
Yes, I was given a brief rundown of your group and what you're currently hoping to achieve, though I'm not entirely sure what my services are needed for. I'm here to lend my help.
Well, as long as you can take some hits and do some hitting back against some very dangerous, deadly shit, then you'll fit right in.
I certainly can.
Wonderful. Then we'll be good to go.
I was so sure that was actually I'm a pacifist setup.
That would be terrible. We're
Mm.
gonna be killing a lot of shit. So
Maybe if you just talked to the old ones
oh yeah.
and convinced them to change their ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a redemption paladin. I don't mess with that stuff.
I love redemption paladins, but I think even redemption paladins know that there's no coming back for some things.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I think it's even
Out of
written.
character, which
true.
oath did you go with?
Watchers.
Ooh, I
Oh.
love that one. That's so good.
For a Feywild paladin, it
Mhm.
made
Wait, which
sense.
one?
Oath of the Watchers.
Hmm.
Also, I gotta fix my initiative. So that's how you do it.
Oh yeah, no kidding. I wouldn't
Uh,
have even thought of that.
Funny enough, Moose is an Oath of Redemption too.
Moose is a paladin?
Moose is a paladin now.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Yeah, I love
Wait.
Oath of Redemption, but it's not for every character.
Well, Moose was a paladin, but Moose is Oath of Redemption.
Moose the Almirage? Or Moose the
sorry,
Kobold?
No.
Moose the
so-
Kobold. Sorry.
All right. I was legitimately thinking about the Almirage. I'm like, you know what? Sure. I guess the Almirage has
Tracks.
3 class levels.
That tracks for a good close friend of Shattuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's
There's nothing that seems wrong about that.
yeah, it's completely in line.
The fact that
We all
so many of
accepted
us
it.
went to the Almirage and were like, I
Yeah,
mean,
makes
it makes sense.
I should have
Yeah,
specified which
that's-
Moose. Sorry.
I think
Yes.
it's canon now. Sorry.
But yeah, eventually the rest.
Anyway,
Yeah, the rest of you waltz in.
Tilda literally waltzes.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I'll take whatever wine he's drinking as well.
Okay. Chambers brings in a nice Merlot, and has multiple wine glasses, so it sets them on the table, pours everybody a glass. Also has some apples, cheeses, and crackers available for snacking.
Delicious.
If there's anything you need, just let me know. She'll just bow and leave everybody to their conversation.
By the way, if nobody gets Tilda, she'll be in the library with Aoife, both trying to help with the whole prostate in a box thing and also putting as many spells as she can into her spell book.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Chambers goes and lets everybody know that they have a guest in the sitting room. Also, I thought Zaitari's message about "is there a horse in the keep" was to everybody.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
Oh, okay. Well then, never mind.
I also would have said, over the brooch, oh, we have our guests from the treasure hunters in the dining room. That kind of thing. So,
Does everybody still have their brooches, by the way? Real quick.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. And those aren't like they don't take an
Mm-mm.
attunement slot, right? I made
God,
sure
I
of
would
that.
fucking hope not.
No, they don't.
Okay.
That'd have been really bad.
Then there is no need for Rary's telepathic bond. Fuck you.
Yeah, not really.
Eva can toss the brooch to Edric for this. So you guys can communicate on the scene.
Good idea.
I mean, it's not even It wasn't even designed for you in the first place, so
Wow.
yeah, sure.
Wow.
Well, it wasn't.
It was designed for a dead turtle.
I think it's exchanged a couple different hands at this point.
Yeah, it has.
It has.
Yeah, I think it was for a ranger we had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Dragonborn Ranger.
Yeah, the Dragonborn Ranger.
We had a Dragonborn Ranger at some point?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it was short-lived.
It was short.
Yeah, she joined at the same time I did.
Oh gosh, I do not remember that, but that's been a while ago.
Yeah, it was.
They were always well checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had work and stuff. It didn't work out for them, but still.
Yeah. It's been 7 years, guys.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I mean, I forget that Lynn was not always Mel and Brett, you know?
Oh, well, Lily lasted like 2 sessions. Lily did not last very long.
Anyways, yeah, guest. Dining room.
Oh, you know, I just haven't met many Centaur. I really just did not expect. Pleasure meeting you.
It's lovely to meet you too. I'm not sure how common Centaur are in your plane, but I'm from the Feywilds, and there are a few more of us there.
Oh,
Feywilds,
that
not
would make sense.
the wild.
I refer to it as the Wilds because it's my home, but the Feywild, the plane.
Of course, yes. We've been there. But you should know there is a place here on the material plane colloquially called the Wilds as well. So you may get some confusion occasionally.
I
But
wonder if
yes,
perhaps
it is.
I'm a warden of that Wilds as well by default. Names are powerful. I might be bound to that one as well.
That is an interesting point.
I do not intend on researching it. I'm going to offer my assistance to your group as much as you need it, and then I will return home. And I will not be patrolling the Wilds on this plane.
Oh, no, we
Fair
wouldn't
enough.
expect you to.
Full of you on
It's not
tea.
like we have any say over those lands anyways.
What brought you to the material plane?
My aid was
And to the
requested.
treasure hunters.
Oh, they requested you from far away then. I just assumed you were already, on the material plane and, maybe having some sort of vacation or something like that. I didn't realize.
No, I'm quite familiar with Angelo, and he made it known that the heroes of Leona were facing some great evils and needed some extra assistance, and of course, wishing to preserve the safety of my plane and to uphold my bonds with the treasure hunters, I offered my services.
Oh, well, we definitely appreciate that. Are you familiar at all with the concept of old gods? And I'll kind of give a little bit of a description, since that's a very vague term.
I'm assuming not.
Angela would have told you the gist. These very powerful beings, blah blah blah.
Outside of my briefing.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, I'm from the Feywilds. Even the concept of gods there is somewhat nebulous and amorphous. So I'm familiar based off of what Angela told me, but I have no first-hand experience now.
Understandable. I was just making sure. I don't believe we'll be running into any, but they've been sort of causing issues for us, so it's possible.
And what tasks am I to aid you with?
Death and destruction.
Also,
maybe
healing,
more
if you've
specific
got
than
it.
that, but
I have some.
Healing is also helpful, but
I have some healing, yes.
we are going to be traveling and retrieving one or maybe two artifacts from different areas, and we felt that a little bit extra manpower, horsepower, possibly, could be useful.
Certainly. In terms of my abilities against enemies, I like to think of myself as the immovable object upon which enemies crash against in combat. I'm very good at being a wall to defend those behind me.
Immovable object. I just put that in my spell book.
I've never heard of that spell, but again,
Right.
I
Sorry.
gain my powers from an entity that I don't fully understand or believe in. So,
Well, that's.
Lots to
I
unpack
beg your
there.
pardon, but well, now I'm curious. Where do you draw your powers from, if I may be so?
it is of a divine
nosy.
source. It is a divine source. I just never learned the names of the gods, for one, and for two, I believe that divinity is truly inherent in all living creatures, and that is where I draw my power from. But I cannot describe it or pinpoint it or anything like that.
I love your line of thinking. Is it just Warden or Warden Edric? Or just Edric?
Warden's my title. My name is Edric.
Okay, so you would prefer just Edric then?
If we're going to be informal, yes. I did not know what sort of, how you composed yourselves amongst your group.
I mean, if you wish, you may call me Your Royal Highness, but Zaitari is just
You
fine.
definitely don't need to call her that.
Titles and deeds.
She doesn't. She's not royal.
Yeah, Tilda
some of us
literally
do
burst
have
out laughing.
titles, but I don't believe any of us are going to stand upon for having you call us our titles. You can simply call me Melanie.
Would Beauty and Grace be better?
You introduce yourself
more
as
apt, I
Zaitari,
suppose.
so I shall refer to you as such.
I know, I was more looking at Melanie with that comment, so.
Melanie rolls her eyes in the kind of good-natured, this happens all the time way. What is Rain trying to do?
It's not Rain, it's KK.
But
Yeah.
Who's
like,
these
no,
doing?
locally, there's ash falling outside my house.
Is California on
That's
fire?
secret.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, always.
Yep.
Oh, maybe that Thieves Tool roll isn't new. It's not a new roll. I don't know why I just didn't see it before.
Oh no, that
Yeah,
was at the
no.
beginning of the game.
Oh, no.
I thought she was trying to unlock the horse. Like,
Can I please make
this thing?
Jared?
Yep.
Can I please make a check to see if I can recognize any sort of iconography on Edric's like armor or sword or what have you
Yeah, sure.
in terms of
Yeah, go ahead.
what would that be?
If it's religious iconography, it would.
That's what I'm looking for. Yes.
Yeah, then that's religion.
19, not bad.
Do you have any?
He's not wearing any iconography. He's wearing like a nice like platinum armor set with like blue velvet accents. He has a banner like stuck in his holster on his hip. But it's like a banner for the Wardens of the Feywild, like that organization.
Okay.
And his sword has got like black dragon scales on it, but there's no like holy symbol or iconography.
Interesting.
Oh, by the way.
How?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how big is Edric? Like, are we talking like 8 feet tall? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
roughly 8 feet tall, because I based him off of a Dutch draft horse, and they're huge.
I was thinking that, with the draft horse being the bottom half, that the top half probably was pretty big too, but you could also be just a real tiny little person on top of a giant horse body, so.
No, he's a big dude.
Okay.
Yeah, do you have a physical description of him? Just
Yeah, like
otherwise?
late 30s, early 40s. Like kind of like that rugged Aragorn kind of handsome vibe. Swept back hair. He's got a little mustache going on, blue eyes. Like I said, his armor's like platinum with some steel pieces, and any of the fabric that you can see is like a dark blue velvet, immaculately kept. But otherwise, like fairly simple outside of the armor.
Cool.
The sword that you said that he has, is it a two-handed sword or more of a one-handed deal?
Long sword, but you can also see that he has a very nice looking shield strapped to his back. So you have a feeling he uses it one-handed.
Sword and board.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a high AC.
You mentioned high AC, so I assumed that he was rocking a shield, but I thought you might also have some sort of weird magical item too. So
the weird magical item's the long sword, and it doesn't do anything for AC, unfortunately.
Okay. So in combat. Oh, go ahead.
Should we encounter any sort of danger, I would encourage all of you to stay relatively near me, at least until we can get our footing in combat. I'm able
darling.
to keep my allies alert and protected to some degree.
I will say, in combat, she's usually aloft on her broom and a little bit further away. Myself, I'll definitely be close to you. Zaitari probably as well. I'm very much a melee fighter, so I'll usually be up in arms next to people. So
I can influence any allies I'm fighting alongside up to 30 feet. So it's not,
you
don't have to be
wonderful.
right next to me, but you have to be near me, at least at the beginning, so that we can, cement our formations.
It's difficult to get this group to be in a close formation, but perhaps we'll see. Trust me, it's very difficult.
Would it help if I told you to get to add a +6 to your initiative rolls?
Oh, we're probably going to be going on like a boat or an airship to get where we're going. Are you comfortable traveling in that manner? So you're from the Feywild, so I don't know what sort of traveling you're used to.
I've been on boats. Boats are fine.
Okay.
Yes. I'm quite heavy, so I have fairly sure footing solely because of that.
Out of curiosity, are you comfortable swimming?
He looks down at his armor. Not particularly.
Yeah, understandable. That armor looks extremely heavy. Not a good. Sure, but in armor, it's extremely difficult for anybody.
Yes, it's quite heavy.
Now, is the horse portion also fairly armored? Because if so, that means the armor is even heavier.
Yeah, it's like his top half is in like traditional plate, and then he's got like plate barding on the rest of them.
Oh yeah, that's a fuck ton of armor then. That's heavy as hell. You're going straight to the bottom.
Just the meat, he's already like 800 pounds, and then add everything else on top of it.
I mean, Mel could probably still lift him.
He's heavy though.
I don't know if she could throw him though.
Tilda's making a mental note to have water breathing prepared.
I can hold my breath for quite a while.
Yeah, but still, just in case. I don't have water walking, so...
Don't want to have to gallop along the bottom of the sea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the pirates in Pirates of the Caribbean, dead.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a horse with a sword. Are we intending on going somewhere with a lot of water?
Well, it's an island, so maybe?
Yes. But as far as you know, we're not attempting to, search the bottom of a lake or travel through waterfalls or anything like that.
well, let's be honest. If we were searching the bottom of the lake, you'd go right to the bottom. It'd be perfect.
Yes.
I don't think that our plans are specifically water-based, just that it's water adjacent, from my knowledge.
Understood.
So I realize this is going to be awkward. It's been brought to my attention that possibly I don't always bring this up in the most tactful manner. We have the enemies, not us, our specific enemies, but more like we are, opposing them, and they don't like us, and they keep trying to kill us. The old gods, and they can sort of make people, they can physically corrupt, which leads to mental corruption, which leads to you becoming, sort of crazy, and you do weird, horrible murder shit. But because it starts with physical corruption, would you mind if we sort of searched you for any of the physical telltale signs of the, start of that corruption?
Well, let me
By the
ask.
way, I'm sharing my video with the kitten.
Yeah.
Just ran.
Is
What?
me.
What? There's
I
a video
have
of the
it.
kid?
Yep.
Yeah, I was just watching while you were talking.
Is that corruption considered a
Gonna get-
disease?
It's stalking us.
I don't know.
Let me see. Give me 2 seconds.
Because if it
Sorry,
is, I
what did
should
you
let
say?
you know that if the corruption is a type of disease.
Ah, right.
Let me take.
Because if it is, I cannot be diseased.
Let me
Oh, well,
take
that's
a
very
look.
handy.
I need to get that cactus toy. Meatloaf would love it.
Odin loves it, and so does the kitten. So it has silver vine in it.
Oh,
Mm.
that would be why.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
He runs.
he's still got that triangle
I
tail.
love the little Christmas tree tail.
Yeah.
Best. When they
He's
have the
so
Christmas tree tail, that's
tiny.
when their poops are the worst.
No, what was that?
When they have the triangle tail still, that's when their poops are the worst.
I've never compared poop smells enough to realize that. So
It's actually
poop
he
is-
pooped earlier
they
when
did
I was
not
in here.
say.
It wasn't that bad.
No.
He covered it up really quickly, so
Okay, at least
That's
he's
good.
self-aware. He has a lot of energy.
He's a baby.
yeah, he has
That's
some
why.
zoomies right now.
He's got zoomies. Oh, he's
Oh,
in
maybe
the
he's
there.
going. Maybe he's doing the bathroom.
Working out the poops.
Yep, I think he
Yep.
is.
Getting some privacy here.
I'll give it.
It is not considered a disease.
In that case, yes. If you don't mind standing by for 30 minutes while I remove my armor and barding.
Okay,
Well, I can
question.
help with that. I normally wear armor that's similar.
Darren,
Mm-hmm.
question.
Mm-hmm.
If I just cast Detect Magic, would it go
My-
through the armor and
My
stuff like
armor's
that?
magic. My armor's enchanted.
The armor is magical.
that's
so,
fair.
yeah.
So people have to get naked. This is
Also,
something
I'm
we have to do. for
I'm also exuding an
everybody.
aura, so everything is magic within 30 feet of me. Because
Oh,
of my auras.
Jesus.
Yeah. You can't get anything with Detect Magic, so I'll take off all my armor.
Well, and there's spells that can hide things, so I feel like it makes more sense to do a visual inspection as well as detect magic. Because there are spells to hide enchantment and
Sure.
and magic and stuff.
Well, you guys give me the look
Necromancer.
over. Do you know how this might look on animals or animal kin like myself?
No, we're not. But I imagine it's not that much different.
If it's a cyst, you'd still see
He's
the
just
rays.
digging. He's just digging.
He's just digging.
Meatloaf would do that. She just dig.
Well,
And
he
now
wants
he's meowing.
it to have his scent. He wants it to make sure that his scent is in there.
I think he's making
No
like
good.
the perfect spot to keep going to the bathroom because he did this earlier.
Gotta fit his butt.
I love that
Yeah, he
he's
is. There
just
we go.
a
I'll give him
ball
more
of
privacy.
fluff.
Yeah, he
Like,
really is just a
he's
ball.
just so damn fluffy.
He is.
Oh, he's definitely a long-haired cat, isn't he? Like, there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
way that's not long hair fluff, is it? Yeah.
There's no way it's not long hair fluff, but you know. So the
Yeah.
vet was like medium hair, and I'm like, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
it could be medium hair. You don't, because like sometimes they turn out really fluffy when they're kittens and they kind of grow into it.
Yeah.
That's true.
that's true. That's true.
And sometimes they look like short-haired kittens when they're kittens, and then they poof out, and you're like, where did all this come from?
Yeah.
But anywho, we're all
I-
so
to your-
distracted.
To your question, Edric, I would assume that the only difference might be if you had scales. I think that it may show up differently. Like, I don't know if it would look the same. I would assume with skin that's covered in thinner fur like your own, or even thicker fur, it's probably going to look similar to what it would on a human or elf or tiefling or such. Though
Yep.
on a scaled creature, it may not.
And if need be, you're welcome to pat down my legs. I know they're a little hairier. And I'm just gonna start putting my clothes back on. But I've felt fine. I've had no exposure to anything that you described or anything
Marvelous.
really
Yeah,
anything remotely similar.
good. It's not the greatest experience. That's a bit harrowing. We not to give too many details, just because it's a long story, but we ended up killing one of them, a smaller bit of something, and getting thrust forward in time.
Never a pleasant experience.
It was weird. We almost all met children that the grown children of ours, and it was strange.
I can imagine.
Do you have children or a spouse of any type?
I do not know. I'm a warden, and the Feywilds are all that I need. That is my duty to protect them.
That is fair.
What are your opinions on the gigantic sentient bovines?
Oh no.
Somewhat destructive if they're not used to the terrain, but otherwise they're not malicious.
I'll just nod approvingly.
Yeah, you just remember, hey, there's giant bovine now that can talk. I wonder how this happened. But then again, it's
Yeah.
Feywild.
And I'm like, oh, like reading a report of everything. It's like, oh, they crushed a cabbage patch. Ah, oh, geez, we're gonna have to relocate that. And then that's where like my involvement with them ended. Was rebuilding a garden they had stepped on.
Oh my goodness, look at the tiny baby. I'm sorry, I am so distracted
That's
by this.
okay. I think we all
did want to do
are.
I did want to do an insight check on Edric's whole the wilds are all I need spiel.
Yeah, sure. What are you trying, like, is if he's telling the truth?
No, bring the baby back. Yeah, basically, like, just if he's telling the truth, if he might have some sort of past or anything that he's just trying to hide from us, just because it's like we just met.
Nothing that he's trying to hide necessarily. There's just a little bit of sadness in the statement.
Where's that sadness coming from?
Where are we losing people?
What's going on?
Why are we losing everybody?
I hope it didn't mess. I didn't realize you could do that, and I was showing everybody them playing Bitey Face. Hello.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
But they stopped. They're no longer playing Bitey Face.
As to where that sadness is coming from, it's kind of like the like missed opportunities in the past.
That's kind of what I was getting at. All right.
Yeah.
Tilda just doesn't say anything, but she be knowing?
Yeah, he's not lying. Like, he lives for the Feywild and protecting it now.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe there's a little bit of sadness about that.
Aww.
Well, Warden Edric. I suppose, is there anything that you have questions about for this mission?
Simply that to best serve you in, I'm assuming, the combats we are going to be facing. I understand that you have a broom and Melanie tends to be up at the front in a melee position. Who here who would you consider the most vulnerable, the most likely to be injured, who might need extra protection, so that I know how to position myself appropriately?
So,
At this point,
different
Melanie's just looking at Tilda.
those are different questions. I'll be honest, darling, I have a breastplate, but I cannot wear much more in terms of armor. Because then I would be less effective as both a wizard and a cleric. So,
I mean, honestly, I'm going to say it's either going to be Tilda or Rain.
or you, darling.
Maybe.
You can
let me know.
be.
You know, in the moment battlefield changes, call it out.
Of
I
course.
am here to lend my services and my support to the best of my ability. So I am a wall. Please put me where you need to put me in battle. You know your fighting style is better than I know yours, so I will adapt myself to
And
whatever
can
you all.
distract hard. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, well, Rain here tends to strike hard, but is
I
not.
can usually avoid the damage, but if I don't, I definitely feel it more than most.
You have some healing capabilities, so I'm more than happy to use them. And of course,
Getting the
if
strangest sense of deja vu right now.
if you have any sort of weaknesses in terms of spells and mental effects, remaining close to me will help, but I can also give extra boons to help resist.
Tilda looks at Melanie at that point.
Again, it's the 30 feet thing. As long as at least for a moment you're within 30 feet of me at the beginning of combat, I can do quite
I'll
a bit
be
of
close
good.
to you, so it won't be an issue. I did recently become very dumb for a little while.
It happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Very gracious.
I don't really want to see Tilda feeble-minded now.
Oh,
No.
No.
Oh my- I mean, it's an int save. She'd have to roll a natural one. Come on.
Don't
could
jinx
have-
me like
Yeah,
that.
don't jinx it.
Dared make it happen. It's my birthday in a month. No.
How dare you?
Fucking hell. Why is it always me? Why do you always pick on me?
Mostly because, as the smartest one, it would be the most drastic difference. How much difference was there really in Mel? Come on, let's be honest here.
It's true.
She still hit things.
I mean, on any spellcaster, it would pretty much just be like you'd be rendered completely useless. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
the
way,
30-day
Okay.
thing.
yeah,
We'll fix you up
That's
before
so
then.
long.
We won't let you go for more than a week.
It's fine. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, if like push come to shove, if somebody does get feeble-minded, we don't have a greater restore on hand, I can cleanse you.
Does that get care of it?
Cleansing touch
Yeah.
and
No,
one
you
spell
just
on
get an
yourself or one
enema.
whole creature.
Oh, whoa. Well, I guess
It's-
I wouldn't care.
Great.
You would after.
Above game, are you completely paladin, or do you have any other?
I'm
Multi-class.
I'm 18 levels in Paladin for the 30-foot aura.
Right. Yep.
Or the Watcher's Will, the proficiency bonus to initiative rolls, no frightened. You get the bonus to your saving throws, of course. And then I get to Vigilant Rebuke on top of all of that.
Hold on, are we all level 18?
And a Warcaster.
Yeah.
Some folks are just
I'm not.
multi-classed.
I think I just forgot to put my thing up, though.
Oh, okay. I'm like, yes. Please don't do this to us again.
But yeah, I'm pure
I will.
Paladin,
I'm gonna
just so I can
double
start
check everything. I have to. Oh! Fuck.
stacking things in that
I'm gonna have to
30-foot
double
radius. So the bonus to initiative is really like the nice thing, and that's again 30-foot radius, and that's really nice. So
I also put Gift of Alacrity in my spellbook from Prassis's spellbook. So
Nice.
Yeah, you get that
okay.
plus bonus.
yeah, it's
I did everything
1d8.
else. I just had to put my toggle from 17 to 18. That's what threw me.
So as long as you guys are within 30 feet of me, you get the +5 to all saving throws, and +6 to initiative rolls. You cannot be frightened. And if you let me do my channel divinity real quick, you also get advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Nice. How long does that last? That channel divinity?
1 minute. But
That's not bad.
it's not bad. And then plus in that 1 minute, I can vigilant rebuke stacked with that, which helps. So
Okay. Cool.
I mean, Rain's definitely got to try to stay within that 30 feet. Be nice to go twice before anyone even acts and just, kill the boss.
Oh yeah. Just annihilate.
his whole thing is high AC and auras. That's his whole build. So
I like it.
Yeah, but you guys are going to be in and out in 30 minutes. You guys are fine.
Yeah, Morty, quick
yeah.
adventure, in and out, 30 minutes.
I'm just putting it out there. Boundaries in combat. Do not ride me. I am a centaur, not a horse. Do not get on me and ride me.
Oh, that's fair.
I am really glad you mentioned that because I could definitely see somebody in our group.
Everyone turns towards Melanie.
I am heavily armored.
Oh, come on. Look.
Anyways.
I do
Look,
simply
one.
want to ask, if it is an emergency and we ask you, would it be okay?
I don't have one. I could only carry one person. One.
It's mostly, oh shit, we're going to die.
In a situation like that, I would rather just hold them with my human arms.
Understood.
I have so much armor on my back. Any sort of weight will cause it to cut into me. And if Melanie rode on top of me, it would just be literal sparks as metal rubbed against metal and rapidly degraded.
I suppose I was more thinking myself or Rain.
I have
just
human arms for such things.
Yes, this is very true.
Also, if Mel just he can carry anybody that needs carried as well. So
I'm strong enough to carry anybody who needs carried. And technically, I have a equine build, so I'm also a powerful build. So I also just I can lift more anyways.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You got that.
Yeah.
There's just one more thing. Just one last thing.
Oh Lord.
You have to arm wrestle me.
Okay.
All of us just roll our eyes for.
If you insist.
Oh, fine. I was joking.
No, you weren't.
We do need to charter a ship, though, don't we?
You were completely serious, Melanie.
It'll only take a couple seconds. Like, we can do that. I don't mind.
Okay, yeah.
It was lovely meeting you. It was lovely meeting you, Warden Edric. I shall be in the library,
Yes,
continuing to help
when do
Aoife.
we depart?
Well, we need to charter a ship, but it shouldn't take us very long. We do have connection.
We have connections.
Understood.
But it is not somewhere we can teleport anywhere adjacent, is it?
I mean,
You
Is
don't have
it?
any known
I mean,
issues,
'cause
and no area is close to you.
I mean, I could try to just teleport us there. Full stop.
Risky,
It would
but
just be a D100 roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
but-
it's too risky.
I mean, we can get to Southern River and take a short ship.
Yeah, that works too.
That's kind of what I was assuming. We would just go to the closest landmass. And...
yeah, Southern
Take a
Robe.
little
You guys know
row
Southern
boat.
Rober pretty well. Yeah, you'd have to probably just get a ship from there. Because taking a ship to get there would take a while. Airship, shorter, but it's probably gonna your fastest route there is probably gonna be Southern Rober than ship to the islands.
makes sense.
Zaitari, I don't suppose you know anybody well enough in Southern River to maybe send them a message and let them know that we're looking for a ship, and then we could maybe teleport tomorrow after they get some time to maybe hook us up with some transport.
I mean, we all know. I can't remember her name. The Tabaxi woman.
Yeah.
Mama Pearl.
Yeah, we all know Mama Pearl, and she'll be able to.
Do
arrange
we
this.
know anyone in? Is it Aha
I
or
don't.
Dasso?
I don't think so.
No, the furthest south that I think that's Leona. Hold on.
I know
Where's
Aoife knows of somebody down in, I think it's Call or Asp, the rope dart maker dude. But
Yeah, we were pretty far south when we were doing this stuff with Mama Pearl, right?
Yeah, I think
What
you guys
city was
were
that?
around Turk.
Yeah, it was Turk. That's
Yeah.
right. I
Yeah.
just couldn't quite read it. Yeah, it was Turk. So she has a lot of connections. I'll send a sending, a couple if need be, and we'll get something figured out.
And you guys did take out like a very large titan in the area, so.
yeah,
And we gave her a very fancy item.
And Edric,
she has a compass, right?
Yep.
Can we just ask to borrow her compass to find some relics?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll ask that too. I'll ask.
Just a loaner for a week and then we'll give it back.
I will. I'll mention to Edric. Until we leave, since it might be a day or possibly two, you're perfectly welcome to stay in the keep here or in the tavern that we have adjacent, whichever one you're more comfortable with.
We have
Does the
lovely
inn have
accommodations
wooden
in both.
floors? I'm assuming the inn has
I didn't
wooden
hear that.
floors.
I don't actually know.
I assume it's wooded.
I would
stay in the
also kind
keep
of
then.
assume that it's wood. So
I trust stone's ability to hold me up better than wood's.
we
So
also
we'll
have
remain
a
at home.
very lovely baths, if you're comfortable with stairs to get down into the basement.
I can do stairs. Yes, I don't often submerge myself in bodies of water.
Well, if you would like to, it's always there.
It's just not something that comes up super often. But if I will be here for 2 days, probably right out.
If you send a sending to Mama Pearl, she is more than delighted to help you guys out get a boat to those islands.
Wonderful. I'll also ask her if we could. Actually, you know what? I will ask her if she is aware of any relics.
He does know a lot of stuff.
She does.
Nothing like you're just well. I mean, you have like 25 words, so you guys can discuss that.
Actually, yeah, I'll ask her when we actually teleport there. But yeah, that's just something that I wanted to take note of and not forget.
Yeah, of course. But she'll be happy to assist you get some transportation to those islands. It's the least she can do since you helped her out a while back. Oh, Jesus.
They're really doing the...
I mean, might as well. You got 2 days to kill.
Yeah, it's one roll.
Oh no, of course.
By all means. But I will, again, as I said, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
I will be away. Oh!
Oh, man!
Oh no!
It is like...
Damn.
It is so close.
It is the battle of the Titans. Like, so for
Could
like...
only get a frost giant belt. I couldn't get higher.
However, like for like a professional arm wrestling contest, this like lasts for 2.5 minutes, and you have to expend, both of you expend so much like stamina because you guys are like you are like pretty much not budging an inch like the most of that whole time, and it is a struggle. To the point of, I think both of your lips start turning slightly purple until
Just holding our friends really hard.
until Mel is just able to get muster enough strength to just tip you over that that little bit to get you onto the get your hand onto the table.
Wow.
It's a good match.
You know what? We need a drink. Come on.
Not going to say no.
There is more wine in the kitchen, as
Or
well as
in the tavern.
In the tavern. But if they're not comfortable, if he's not comfortable with the wood, then the kitchen will probably have stone.
Real easy to just, as a horse, to just put a hoof right through one of those planks.
It makes
Yeah, and you're a draft horse, so it's just like
I'm a big horse.
You're a very big horse.
We'll go do some like jock bonding in the kitchen.
You'll come in, and we're shotgunning some beer we found. You know,
Shotgunning.
good times.
Yeah, it's can you shotgun beer in a world that doesn't have pressurized cans?
I don't think so. No.
We're just taking glasses, like pints, and just stabbing a hole in the side. Just ruining.
It seems like a really good way to get a lot of like esophagus bleeding.
No.
Yo, your chef, your cook is just like, as long as you fuckers aren't butt chugging, then fuck it, go ahead.
Oh goodness.
That would be a horrid idea.
At some point, Tilda will suggest that perhaps we should do like a practice kind of battle, like to sort of understand what, so we can integrate Edric in, and sort of he can see what we do.
I mean,
we've got a
sword golem.
Yeah.
We've got a sword golem, but we also have an obstacle, like, or a sword pit or something. Like, we've got a practice area, right?
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. There's a practice area.
And I mean, here's the thing: I could fucking make one with what's it called? The mansion, yeah.
That's
very quickly. He's not a graceful man, but he is very effective. His sword attacks do, just roll one, slashing, acid, and radiant damage.
What? Nice.
Wowzers.
What kind of fucking sword do you have?
It's got a breath weapon.
One with black dragon.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, it was probably when I took off my headset for a little bit because I was trying to listen for what I was hearing, because I thought somebody was knocking, but I think it was just people getting into their car and shutting their door really loud. So,
it's got splash damage too, which is fun. Yeah, so not graceful. He is hard to hit. His weapon does quite a bit of damage, and without him putting any kind of like juice on it, no extra divine smites or anything. The auras, he does
Nice.
have radial healing.
Oh.
He can have an AC of 31 if he wants, but he's not going to do that.
Whoever was coughing, you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Sorry. It's just been
Um,
happening today for some reason. I just have like a weird dried throat.
Okay.
So
Other important points, I can
fine.
counterspell. But
Oh,
also
nice,
give me
nice.
your Revivify diamonds because I do have Revivify as well.
okay, I'll give you 2. I think I
So
have
I
like
can-
3 or 4.
Yeah, I
Let's
can
see.
counterspell. I can Revivify. What else did I bring?
I mean, I've got Revivify too.
Yeah.
I have 3 Revivify diamonds, so I'll give you 1 for now.
Yeah, Aura of Purity, Aura of Vitality, of course. I did bring Banishment. I do have Death Ward. I do have Staggering Smite. Hold Monster and Holy Weapon as well as like kind of like my big ones.
Nice.
But Counterspell and Revivify are the important ones. So.
Yeah, Warden, or what is it, Watcher, Paladin getting counterspell is clutch.
Yeah.
It's like how Arcana clerics also get it, and it's just like, yes.
I am also a Warcaster for concentration
Nice.
spells.
Nice.
So I can throw up
That'll
my
be
aura.
good for
I can throw up Aura of Vitality and then not get my shit rocked because I have a +9 to con saves at advantage. So
that, and you can use your smites as like your smite spells as
as
reactions. There we
reactions.
go.
I also have Vigilant Rebuke as a reaction, which isn't terrible because I don't have to be next to somebody to use that one.
Wait, as Warcaster with a Paladin, can you cast the
Oh, actually,
smite
you
and
know
then
what?
make the
Yeah,
attack?
I don't know.
Because the
No,
spell
yeah.
has to have a casting time of 1 action and must target only 1
Yeah,
creature.
okay.
So like if somebody
didn't
starts
think
to run away,
could.
I could do Hold Monster.
Yeah, I
Or
forgot about that.
Banishment.
Well, that's still useful. I was just like,
yeah, it's the cantrips that are different.
The big
Yeah.
ones for me are
Okay.
Compelled Duel, Banishment, and Hold Monster. Those are like my good reaction Warcaster spells.
Oh yeah.
So, but mainly I wanted the advantage on concentration because every fucking paladin spell is a concentration spell.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Just like
Oh.
fucking Ranger.
So I mainly have it for concentration stuff, not really reaction stuff, because I can just wallop somebody for like just a regular ass opportunity attack and still dump an extra 4d8 into it if I want to.
True.
So.
What are your saves like?
My saves, I think I can just post them. Nope, posted privately. +11 to strength, +3 dex, +9 con, +5 intelligence, +11 wisdom, +16 charisma.
Okay.
Nice.
I didn't catch all of those, but
And your
let me
save aura
know.
modifier is +5.
Sure is.
Ah,
Alright,
there we go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make a
I
modifier for
remember
that.
what paladin save auras do apply to death saving throws.
Yep. They were playing in a Mallory's Vox Machina Must Die campaign, and my paladin had to do the paladin shimmy to try to help out our people that were down.
Yep.
Like I got screwed over.
Oh yeah.
5 feet dead. Save people.
It didn't even help for one of
Yeah,
them. So.
that part. And I had a +5 too, so it's like
Yeah.
work hard, die.
So yeah, so saves decent. Base AC is going to be 24. Throw on a
Okay.
Shield of Faith 26, and I have a couple of spell rot tattoos for the shield spell, so up to 31 if need be. Speed is 40.
Nice.
Perception not good, which is hilarious for a Watcher Paladin, but my perception's
Right.
0.
Yeah. Well.
I don't have to notice him first. I can chase him down. It's fine.
That's fair. And how do you spell Edric? Thank you. That's what I guessed, and I am right. Woohoo!
Then all the usual paladin stuff: improved divine smite, cleansing touch, blah 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 blah.
Mm. Okay, just let me know if you need any portents.
Yeah, I do have a pearl of power too.
Nice.
So I can guarantee a revivify spell, basically.
I miss my pearl of power.
We should probably toss Edric a couple potions.
Yeah, did we acquire a whole bunch just recently?
My only potions right now are 2 regular potions of healing. I don't have anything bigger than that right now.
My
so.
lay on hands pool is 90.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
So if it's like potions to administer to other people or to myself, I have a pool of 90 to play with.
Ow.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Regular healing spells.
Yep. But
So
you'd also... Oh, no, never mind. I was just going to say, you'd make a good, like, triage, person, because I presume you've got a higher speed than 30.
Yeah, speed 40.
40.
Yep.
Yeah, but I can run around, hit people with 1 point of lay on hand, bring them back
Right.
up. And I can do that a lot.
And yeah, that's what I remembered, was that you'd have the lay on hands. So.
Yep. So I have that, and my HP is 180. So like,
Just
if you can
boop
hit
'em
me,
on the
I can
nose.
take several hits before I'm in danger zones. So
Nice.
Danger.
You go with their hit points. Oh, you're the 106.
and so he's a literal wall. Yes, he can do damage, but his main thing is being a wall. And he'll be very good at being a wall.
Well, a wall might just be what we need.
You need an AC sponge with a lot of hit points and the ability to heal. I got you. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Usual lay on hand stuff. We know cleansing touch.
Right.
I don't think there's anything else. I get an aura of courage for my oath, so you can't be frightened. That's about it.
I feel like the Oath of the Ancients aura is the sexiest aura.
The spell damage resistance one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I was looking at. Because there's one I was really tempted to take it just for the aura, and I chose not to because I didn't like anything else about it.
Which one was it?
I mean, that's fair.
Oh no, I'm actually thinking of from the Tal'Dorei Reborn setting, the Channel Divinity Marine layer.
Oh,
That's fucking good.
yeah, they're
Is
all
it?
kind of eh.
I like Marine layer.
I mean, just
I
like
mean-
overall, I should say, overall, they're kind of on the weaker side, I guess is the best way to put it. But
Yeah.
they do have some really cool stuff going on with them. It's just like
Yeah.
the other stuff.
What was the aura I liked? I can't remember.
Well, Oath of Conquest is kind of gimmicky, but it's fun.
It is fun. If you can get it to work, it's really fun.
Yeah. Happened to me a couple times.
Oh, it was
I like fucking ER. Gloomy days.
Oath of the, I was playing around with taking Oath of the Crowns because they're divine allegiance. I can magically substitute my own health for a targeted creature, and I can take the damage instead. And I was going to dump way more into like con and HP buffs if I went with that way. I chose not to. And then Oath of Vengeance has a decent aura. Aura, air quotes, aura. It's not really an aura, but it's at the aura level.
All right, so let's see. I guess day 7. I guess Mom Pro will contact you and say she's ready to receive you guys. She's got a boat ready for you on the western coast to take you to the Iguanas Isles. But yeah, whenever you guys are ready, she is ready.
So wait, day 7 from when? Sorry.
Day 7 from... Okay, so I'm just day 7 in total, like... It was like day 3... What was day 3? I forget. Anyways.
Well,
Is
I
this
just need
like
to know.
day? Yeah, I just don't know when this is days counting from.
Yeah, that was my question.
It's not days since Idrit got here, is it?
No. It's like 2 days after Idrit got here. Because, like, I was counting from when you guys had received the Exalted. That was, like, day 3.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm just keeping, like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so, yeah, 2 days later, Mama Pearl contacts you guys and says, you know, if you guys are ready to go, she's got everything arranged.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pass, you know, the word along, essentially. And if everybody's good to go, I'll teleport us there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out which spells I might have taken from Cress's
So
spell book.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I was just thinking you've got more time management than we do because you're trying to figure out how many hours of whatnot you have.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, that's why I needed to. You can carry on. I'm just and I don't have to make Arcana checks anymore, which is great.
What, like ever?
Well, no, just for putting them into my spell book, because I think that was only a thing that I could do. It was the thing I only had to do when they were from scrolls, and I think they had to be higher than a level that I could cast.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
When I
and
had
you
to
can
make...
cast everything now.
Yeah. I think that's what's going on. I'll admit, I haven't looked that much at the wizard entry in the player's handbook in a while, because basically it's just like, here's some spells, and then I get automatic whatever features and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay. So if everybody's ready, you teleport to the town of Turk, where you meet up with Mama Pearl, because I assume in your messages with her you had a couple things you wanted to discuss with her before you disembark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to talk to her about oh my god,
relics and the compass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That.
Okay. For the compass, it is back in her possession. The late son of the nobleman that she had gifted to, passed away recently. So it was tragic.
Yes. Rest in peace.
Yeah. She will tell you off to the side that if you do want to use this compass, there is a caveat with it that she will let you know. It will point you to its heart's desire. However, there will be people who know you have this and will try to come after you for it. That is the caveat with the compass.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The cat.
Is it like a cult that is just like it's an alert when you use it, or what's the specifics with this?
The specific she says, and I'll go into like it pretty much is like people know you possess this compass and will try to steal it from you.
I see.
Yes. Just be aware if you do choose to use it to try to get what you need, other people will know you have this item that could lead to their own heart's desire, and some people may try to come after you for it.
Interesting.
Also, is this really our heart's desire?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it leads to your heart desire and you can't like move your heart and you can't like focus on a specific thing, like it's not gonna help.
True.
Is it something that we can think about, like concentrate in our minds, or will it just reveal to us what we want most, essentially?
She thinks.
Jared?
I,
Okay, sorry.
yeah, she thinks about it because, you know, she hasn't used it herself.
Yeah, no, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean it
I
was.
mean,
it was
we could do a real quick test. Just hand it to me. We'll figure it out.
She's like, you are free to use it. I have for now. I do not have any use for it.
Maybe when we might not be coming back technically. This will probably just teleport home.
I'll try it out. Just here.
Okay, hold on.
Well, one more question I have. If you use it once, will it just reveal our location in that moment, or how does that work? Do you know how that works? Because if it's something more like, you know, you use it once, we're gonna have essentially like a fucking assassin trying to murk our ass. Let's not test it.
Give me a second. Where the fuck did I put it?
Notes.
Notes.
That's not what I want. So here it is. Compass long heart.
Buddy?
Is your cat okay?
Oh yeah, no. Odin just decided to hop up. So
Hi,
all
Odin.
cats are buddy to me, as well as whatever their names are.
Yep.
Or in the case of, you know, the kitten, whatever its name's gonna be. So
Look, I realize you're gonna have to zoom in on that image, but it's worth it. You need to. I mean, Darren, don't look at this image. Don't look at it. Don't
Okay.
think about it. Don't do it to us. Everybody else, enjoy the idea.
I mean, if you tell somebody not to think of elephants, they're gonna think of elephants. So.
I mean, look, I want to enjoy the concept of a deck of many Tarrasques without actually having to try to give us a deck of many Tarrasques. It is too scary.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that is not what I
Okay,
was
here
expecting.
I found it.
Awesome.
So here's the problem, she says. This compass points to what you truly desire. So
Okay.
yeah, it probably won't work for your purposes. Also,
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
also the caveat is, three nearest, and I'm just gonna read this. The three nearest sentient beings on the same plane of the compass that have the same desire as the holder, would know the location of the holder of the compass.
That's really
Oh,
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
that's awesome.
Now I really want to try it out.
Yeah, I know.
Zaitari, you bitch.
As an aside to you, Zaitari, as the late son of the Lord found out.
Oh, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I was like, what? I was confused why I was being singled out, but yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, I am now actually like super curious to test it out because I'm like, who else wants the thing that I want most, and what is it?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
no!
But yeah, no, I think that's really dangerous. Little did you know, you have opened Pandora's box.
No, good God. Now,
I think Tilda tried it out, didn't she?
I can't remember. Actually, yeah, you did, because it pointed to I think. Wait, no. Theo was with us.
Yeah.
I think it might have. No, Tilda was with you when that happened, but I think she was
It was?
pregnant.
Okay.
I think she was pregnant at the time.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
And
Yeah, that's right, because that's what we teleported back and your water broke.
right. Yeah, I think it pointed towards my stomach or towards Theo or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was towards your stomach.
Little baby.
Le bebe.
The baby.
Little baby, no.
but yeah, as for relics, she can't
Bambina.
think of anything. Well, she can think of a few powerful magic items that might fit that description. Which she can give you a list after the game.
No, we want it now!
Slams fork on table. Ow!
How dare you not have everything when we asked for it immediately at the game?
I know,
Exactly.
it's ridiculous. Just like how I'm having to wait for information from Nick Nevin. How dare she?
How dare she put together her research to give to you on a convenient piece of paper?
Yes. She should have anticipated my needs.
As all good patrons should have.
Exactly. Yeah, can she not read my mind? What the fuck?
But yeah, the boat is now available on the other side of the to the west. It will take you. I always forget how fast ships go.
Super fast.
All right, you guys are gonna be on a. Oh, it'll take you a little less than a day. Wait, no. Hold on. One,
Taking
two.
that back. Rewind.
2 days. 2 days. It is 200 miles from. So the ship goes probably 120 miles per day. So a little less than 2 days. So yeah.
Let's go.
All right, sounds good.
I don't know why this cat insists that, like,
You're
I'm totally fine with him using my wrist as a pillow, but then he also wants to bathe himself, like, specifically his ears. So he's always just, like, shifting my fucking mouse around.
the burdens of being owned by a cat.
Yeah.
I mean, Leia's favorite thing to do while I'm working is to sit directly between me and my keyboard and my monitors. She doesn't want to be petted, mind. She just wants to sit in between me and my things.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
Odin likes to do that too, but he much prefers, like, when he can, like, getting as close to my hand as possible. So. I mean, and to be fair, I think we're all owned by our pets, so.
Yeah.
Not me.
For those that have pets.
All right. So going to the other side of Turk, meeting up with the boat. So altogether, it's like 3 days of travel, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Cool.
You said 3 days?
Yeah, you have to
Those-
get to the coast, which is
Yeah.
on the other side. And then, the boat trip is going to take you about 2 days because the boat goes about 120 miles per hour, per day. So it's like,
Damn, we got a fucking bullet train of a boat.
I told you it was super fast.
Yeah.
so
Damn.
it'll take you a little less than 2 days to get there
But,
by boat.
can we start, it's like Cylons? Cylinate something? The horse
Cylonars?
lizards. Cylonars!
Yeah, Silenars.
Thank you!
Sure. She does have some. She's gonna make the assumption the centaur is fine as the centaur. I can't imagine the centaur riding a Silenar. The Silenar is a little small.
How fast do Cylonars move?
Let me see. They're about horse speed, so you probably can keep up with them.
Yeah, so I can probably keep up, and like worst case scenario, give me 1 second to do a little bit of research. If I really needed to, I could probably like use find greater steed for a griffin and just drape myself over its back like prey. But that's not ideal. I can probably just keep up with a Silenar.
You can keep up with a Silenar.
I don't know how fast they move, but I'm assuming it's not going to be too much crazier than
They're
40.
about camel horse speed, so
So 40, yeah.
yeah. So you'll
What's a
be.
camel horse?
It's a garbage horse.
No, I know. Oh, garbage horse.
Did more damage than that paladin did.
Yep.
I wonder where Onenia is now.
Probably drunk.
Okay. So it is a quick jaunt across the desert to your location, as Mama Pearl had specified. There is a small ship, we will say probably something like a schooner, that is ready to receive you when you get to the other side. They're going to drop you at the tip of the Inatio Islands, as you have probably told them you want to be dropped off. It's the weather is actually rather pleasant. There isn't a cloud in the sky, so most of you will probably want to stay below deck. You know, you don't want too much sun damage on that skin. Yeah, especially during the day. As you get closer to your destination, Indeed, there are the marine iguanas that I had mentioned that are feeding off the specialized algae off the rocks of the rocky shore of the islands. After you are dropped off, the area is arid as Robur. However, there are a different set of foliage that dot this landscape. Some prickly pear-esque plants, a lot of spiky trees, a lot of 5 million finch species feeding on dead seeds, and on the location of the map, what looks like a mound, like just a regular hill in the distance, there seems to be, as you get closer, you realize that underneath this hill there is what you have as is there is a ruin. This ruin has pillars that look like they have been worn away by the weather. There is in the front once probably was a beautiful stone carved entrance. Does anybody want to like check out the door? It looks like it's partially crumbled in because of a lot of weather damage. A couple storms have probably hit this place since it looks long abandoned for sure. There aren't any signs of sentient life in this area.
I'll just hit it with a quick divine sense to see if it's been desecrated.
Can you ping design sense?
I want it known that I heard design sense.
Oh god.
And now I'm just giggling at the idea.
So today's design sense is like these over bulky like silhouette sweater jackets with like these like really gaudy like like zigzag pattern. Anyways,
I was actually thinking of like a home design sense.
Home design, like a feng shui type deal.
It's a new HGTV show.
Exactly.
And it's a husband and wife partner. The husband's a construction worker and the wife's a medium.
Yep. I like it.
I would watch that show.
Yeah.
I would be way too curious not to.
Actually, no, it's not a husband and wife team. They're twins. One is a man and one is a woman. And every time they interact, you're like, are they fucking? And you're like, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Keep it true to the HGTV brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of people think that they're husband and wife.
Yeah, they're like, no, we are actually siblings.
There, you do get like a slight noxious, odory smell.
Ew.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's not
Starting off strong.
It's not strong, but there is a lot of rock in this area. And if there is a presence, it hasn't been here. It wasn't here for that long. In your immediate area.
Is it a fiend stink or undead stink?
It's an undead stink.
Cool. Well, it's long gone, but there was something undead here. Could be further inside, though, I'm not sure.
Are you sure it's gone?
It's no longer present. I can't pinpoint it. I'm sort of just getting residue. It might be further inside, but
Mm-hmm. 'Cause- 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 'cause
Did anybody want to look at the carvings or to check the door or anything like that?
Tilda will check out the carvings.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still putting things into my spell
No,
book,
that's
so
that's fair. Roll a this would actually be a religion check.
okie dokie. Okie dokie.
So the carvings are pretty
19 again. Jesus.
The carvings are pretty faded. However, the thing that you can make out, that it was because it's carved in so deep. That's why you can still make it out. There is like a starburst pattern, on one of the corners, on like one of the doors. It looks like this is a set of double stone doors. It looks like there may have been another one on the other door, but that's been like pretty worn away.
I'm sorry, so there's a starburst on one door,
Yep.
and what was on the other door?
It was probably mirrored on the other door as well, but that one's been worn away since because of the weather.
Interesting. So it wore away. So the weather wore away one of them, but
Mhm.
not the other?
Yeah. I mean, they're both worn. It's just one looks more worn than the other.
Yeah, but still, they're in the same, essentially the same spot. That's a little weird. Isn't it?
Perhaps.
Is there any like foliage that provided a little bit more like cover or shade to that one door? That's
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
this
some
one,
there's like couple pillars, there's a couple like like this place is in ruins, so like it could be some of the stone structure that's blocked one as opposed to the other side more.
So it might just be the layout and
Yeah.
the standard direction the wind blows.
Yeah.
Or it's sus. Who knows?
Or it's us, who knows? Yes.
It's sus, I say. Do I know what this starburst represents in any capacity? Is it meant to look like a sun?
No, it does not look like a sun.
Okay, well,
you have seen this before. This is
sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
This is the sign of Tamara.
Ah, I see. And this is where what's his face? Kismet said that the armor of golden something or another.
He doesn't know this place. It was just
Oh,
marked
okay.
on the map.
Yeah, from the temple, Crassus of Crazy Man.
I see.
And the
Okay.
knickknack.
Well, no wonder, because Crassus was the one who killed Tamara, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this looks like the place. Perhaps somebody would like to check for traps? I can do a quick detect magic while you're doing that.
Probably something our paladin wants to do. No. Yeah, I'll check for traps. Yeah, look for the usual.
And
Yeah.
I will detect magic, looking for stuff. The usual stuff. Magic stuff.
The wires, trick plates, so on and so forth.
Yes.
Oh. I'm still not talking to myself, but I rolled a 25.
Oh, okay.
My minute.
It does not appear that this door is trapped conventionally or magically. There's no magic on this door.
Is it a push or a pull door?
It is a pull door. There's some they're really flimsy at this point. You see some pretty like very rusted over metallic door handles. I did not know the word for it for a minute. There's some very rusty
Happens to me all the time.
door handles.
No,
They-
door grabbers.
Yeah, door
Yeah.
door grabbers. They look really
Are they
flimsy.
door knockers by any
No, they're
chance?
not. They're not knockers.
Okay.
Nice knockers.
Hmm.
I'll definitely make sure I have my invisibility up and go to open the door. Keep the flimsy as it is, keep between me and whatever's inside. You know?
Okay. When you pull at them, the one on the right side. So there's a pair. The one on the right kind of just breaks and falls to the ground. The other one just barely holds itself together as it allows you to open that left door.
Look, Melanie, aren't I so strong?
I was
Ripped it
just
right
going
off
to
the
say that I was impressed that you were just breaking off door handles like that.
You're up to date
Um,
on tetanus vaccinations, right?
What do we see beyond? Or-
It is pitch black for those without dark vision.
Which is Tilda.
Me.
I
I'm a
cast
centaur.
dark
Oh, okay.
vision on myself.
Hold on. I need to. Did I? Hold on.
I'll light a candle for my priest pack so I can see.
Okay.
Oh, can you not see?
Centaurs don't have dark vision.
Okay. Then can I upcast dark vision?
I don't think you can, but you could cast
anyone-
it twice.
Does anyone have a,
Yeah,
a simple, a humble light spell, perhaps?
I only have dancing lights.
I do have light, but this is fun. This is fun.
So you're entering from this corner over. Hold on.
Ah,
This corner over here. Rain.
There's a lot of red stuff. It's not terribly good, usually.
Oh yes, as Rain. Well, Rain doesn't know it's red because
I was
it's
about
dark
to say,
in here.
dark,
You
we
do
can't
you do
see.
you do see a lot of crystallization of some sort, lining the walls, partial of the ground, on some of the ceiling. I want to see how far. Let me take a look at how far you guys can see. So right over there, that's where it is. So there, up there. Yeah. It appears, Rain. It appears to be like a. It is a. This hallway acts as a bridge as well, over some large crystallized areas. Looks like there's some long dead trees down there.
Lovely.
There are also pictures on the wall. These have been a little more well protected than the outside of the temple, because of the weather effects. Because of the protections of the weather effects, these carvings are still relatively intact.
I mean, Tilda will try to look at them.
Okay. As you're looking at the the carvings, there are two things that immediately jump out.
By the way, before you say whatever jumps out at me, Tilda is on her broom.
Okay.
And she is very carefully, like, keeping her hands to herself
And I
upon
want
her
to
broom.
pop another quick divine sense to see if the stink is stronger in here.
Let me take a look. Yes. It's very strong in
Fuck.
here.
Wonderful.
Not
Undead are
surprising.
afoot.
All right. So first of all, it looks like some of the carvings here match some of the stuff that you found in the Crassus temple, especially the beginning portion. There are 4 individuals, the fourth sometimes being a dragon. The part that's different is what comes after the imprisonment of this giant ooze-like entity that that the pictures looks like it's binding. It looks like the dragon / dragon person parts ways with the other 3, who you assume is Tamara.
Yep.
And it looks like this person opens a school of sort. One could say opens a monastery.
Interesting.
And then as you look at the pictures of her training people, you come to the realization that Tamara was a dragon.
Oh.
But she was a monk as well.
Sure.
Pretty cool.
Interesting. So not
I didn't realize-
dragonborn, but dragon.
I
Dragon.
didn't realize you could punch with your breath weapon.
This current temple that you are in acted as a hospital as well.
A hospice hall?
A hospice hall? What one could say it was a hospice hall. Because it looks like Tamara was a monk, gifted in the ways of healing.
Oh, that life and death one.
Mercy.
Yeah, mercy, thank you.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's a shame that Aoife isn't here to clarify, but does Tilda know anything about something like this?
Hanging around Aoife, like key manipulation could do a lot of things. Especially
Sure.
like, Gokor Aoife described was way of long death.
Right.
It wouldn't be a jump to probably hypothesize it could be used for the opposite purpose.
You probably have also gotten a lot of like key theory.
Short
over the last
life?
couple days.
Ah!
I missed something
Uh,
incredible.
I missed it too.
God.
I said that the opposite of the long death is just short life.
Ugh.
If I had something I could throw, it would be thrown right now, but everything can break.
Oh, I
And
love
as
my
you're-
dumb jokes.
And as you're looking at as everybody's looking at the carvings, everybody roll perception checks.
I'm so good at those.
Oh, you are very good at these.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
All right.
I'm too busy,
Uh,
apparently.
yeah, I mean, you and Edric are looking at these carvings like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like, you know, everything here looks pretty intact. This was a
This is
monastery.
excellent artistry.
This is like,
So detailed.
yeah, this is fascinating. Rain, Melody, Zaitari. There are the sounds of bones coming up over here, and as you take a peek over there. There is 2 waves of bones that come over this wall from whatever drop.
A wave?
A wave.
Oh,
Like a wave?
Yeah, like
Interesting.
kind of like a tidal wave, small tidal wave.
Of bone.
Tidal wave of bone.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and they
Sure.
start to form and coalesce, and we can roll initiative next time.
Can we just roll initiative now?
Yeah,
We'll
hold
have it for next time.
Yeah, sure. Let me just put the
Okay.
turn order up, and who's missing from here? Tilda.
make sure
Yep.
you add 6 to it.
Give me a second. I will move my token.
So mine would be. So we can actually. Oh, yep. There we go. Add 6. Perfect.
So add 6. So yours is 8.
I tried to change mine, but it didn't.
I can do it.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
tried to edit it, but it didn't edit.
All right, so it's 18 point that.
Mhm.
Edric, is yours already factored in?
No, I couldn't figure out. I didn't try that hard, but I couldn't figure out how to tweak my initiative. So,
Oh, it
I
looks like it did
already-
it for you.
I rolled an 11 and I added the 6 for myself.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
It might be in one of the ability checks, but I wouldn't know which
All
one
right,
it
so
is.
Tilda's
It is
yours
one of the ability checks, I believe.
yours is
Yeah.
13.02. Yep.
1 second. We're adding 5 to our initiative?
6.
6. You get to add your proficiency bonus.
All right. Do you want to see? Do you guys want to see Luke fail to get in a box?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see if he continues to do this. Are you gonna stop when I get out the camera, buddy?
I'll
I'm at
also have a
31.
turn.
All right, you're at 31.
Oh, you're
I'll
not gonna
also
try
have
anymore.
a turn at 11.5.
Oh,
For the
yours
first
at
Try again.
11.5. Okay. Rain. Add
Turn.
11.
He's just looking at it.
Yeah.
He was trying to dig underneath it, and I'm hoping that he'll start again because he doesn't understand that the box is literally open on the top. He just tries to get under the box continually.
All right, so
No, he has to mark it with his scent.
Hmm.
It's his box full of cans because we had to take a shelf out of our pantry temporarily.
all right, so
Now he's actively biting the side of it. Okay, he's apparently not going to try to get under it again. He's keeping all of his idiocy to himself.
You're gonna stop sharing and do it.
yeah, that always happens.
The rule of
Yeah.
Why has that box been on the floor? Because it's flat but pristine.
It hasn't been on the floor very long. Our pantry shelf almost broke yesterday, and we had to take all the stuff out of the pantry on one of the shelves. And then Kelly, oh my God, he just started it. You guys,
I told you.
Third one.
oh, friend.
Oh, Luke. Hi, Luke.
He's like, no.
He's like, I don't want anybody to know that I try to dig under the box.
You also hear some skittering.
This is fine.
Bones and spiders.
Okay.
And
Kitty,
bone
kitty, kitty.
spiders.
He's trying to dig his way under. Oh, he stopped because I was talking to him. Oh, you adorable dumbass.
Adorable.
Oh. Now all the dogs are in here because I'm on the ground and I'm laughing and they're just like, what's happening?
And before I forget to ask real quick, Darren, can you make it so everyone can see my aura? So
yes,
they can
let me do
position
that for
themselves
you.
if they need to.
Yep. Aura.
got it up, so it just needs made visible.
Aura, yeah, that one. C. There we go. Hold on.
Hey Mallory, do you know what the skill number is for initiative? For the passive modifiers?
That's an excellent question. I know I've done it before.
And since it's a temporary character, I was like, whatever. If I was playing Edric like full time, I'd figure it out. But he's only
There's
gonna
only
be here
23 we have to figure out.
2-3 sessions, so.
Oh, it says initiative.
Oh, yeah,
smart.
that's right. I forgot that. Yeah. There was something else I was doing. Yeah, but anyways, because I was thinking of another sheet, I think.
Where is it?
Under the
If
modifier.
the modifiers, skills, initiative, it's listed. It's kind of near the top to the right, I think, usually.
All right. So next time you guys will start your battle in the Temple of Reflection.
Rad. Against some fucking skeleton waves.
Mm-hmm.
And something skittering.
Yep.
Traditionally, rogue sneak attacks are very good against, skeleton bones. Works really well.
Yeah, they're super good against undead guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As tradition follows. All right. Next week, I should be Yep, I am available next Friday. Is anybody not available next Friday?
No, I'll be good.
Okay.
I'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I should be here.
All right. Sounds good.